What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and today we have got a very special video. This right here is the OnePlus 6 inside this special reviewer's box. First off, we've got our reviewer's guide. They provide all of the awesome cases. OnePlus actually makes some really great cases, so I am always glad to get these. Oh, it looks like this one's a new texture I've never seen before. What are they calling it? This is the Nylon bumper case. Okay, Nylon, that's new. Now, I did get to hear quite a bit about this phone before I actually got the box. And if everything pans out as OnePlus says, this phone has a lot of potential. All right, so let's meet the new OnePlus 6. And here we have it, right? Here we have, ooh. So right here, we've got the mirror black version, which looks clean. I also have the midnight black, which I'll show you guys in a second, but this is looking awesome right now. But let's see what else we've got inside of this box. And of course, you got your dash charger. And I really like dash charging. Not only is this thing insanely fast, but it also keeps the device cool when it's doing it. So if you're one of those people who happen to use your phone while it's charging, you don't have to worry about it getting super hot and being freaked out. And this phone actually has a 3300 milliamp hour battery, which on paper sounds a bit disappointing. I'd like to hear 4000 nowadays, but my OnePlus 5T real day in the life has shown that the number isn't everything. I got some of the best battery life out of the 5T, so I'm expecting the same here. So inside of the box, oh, so it looks like everybody's going to be getting this case inside of the box. And you do get some paperwork and a SIM ejector tool, but you also have this little case here to protect your phone. So that's nice. Everybody gets that. You don't have to run out and buy one. So we've got mirror black over here, but I decided to go ahead and check out that midnight black, and let's see what that looks like. Okay, so this is the more standard OnePlus color. This feels like a nice matte black, but this mirror black looks dope. This is an awesome color. I've never seen this before from OnePlus, so this is an awesome addition. And they also have silk white, which I don't have here, but that one looks pretty good as well. Now I gotta say, guys, I just really like the way this thing looks. In the front, we have Corning Gorilla Glass 5, as well as in the back, which I think is a first for OnePlus. I don't think they've done the whole glass back thing before. So this is a pretty nice addition, but we're gonna have to see how slippery it is in actual use. All right, so now it's time to power this guy on. So we got our power button right here on the right side, volume rockers on the left. Let's see if this thing has any juice. Ah, there we go. Now, I don't know what kind of rumors you guys might have heard, but this guy actually has, bam, the notch. Now this notch is sitting here on a 6.2 inch display, and actually this is a really big screen and it feels nice in the hand. The notch isn't that big, so unlike the iPhone, which has a much wider notch, this one is very small in comparison, which I like. Now this is an AMOLED display with a resolution of 2880 by 1080, so you're gonna get a nice crisp image here. OnePlus doesn't typically go over the top with screen resolutions, which is why you get great battery life from these. And just so you guys could be a little familiar with the phone, on the left side you got your volume controls, right is that power button, and you also have that mute switch on top of the power button. And when we take a look below, we've got our bottom facing speaker, a USB-C port, as well as a headphone jack. OnePlus, thank you for not killing it off yet. And when taking a quick look at the back, we've got our fingerprint scanner, which is interesting because now it's a bit wider than normal, and holy smokes, those fingerprints. There's a ton of fingerprints, but yeah, that's just one of the things you'll have to deal with. And on the back, we have our dual camera lenses, which are actually now vertical. And the main one is 16 megapixels with an aperture of f1.7. And it also has optical image stabilization. And the one below it is 20 megapixels without optical image stabilization. Now, based on what I've been told, these cameras are going to be better performers in low light. The main camera actually has a bigger sensor, 19% bigger to be exact. So that is going to definitely help bring more light into your shots and hopefully get some better results. And speaking of better results, there's a feature called Smart Capture, which is supposed to analyze your environment when you're taking a photo and give you the best settings to match that so you can come out with the optimal picture. And it's not here just yet, but coming in the future update is going to be a portrait mode feature so that you can take portrait mode shots with the front facing camera as well as the rear camera. And that's great because that's pretty much what every flagship is doing nowadays. That is like a must-have feature. And another thing we're gonna be seeing with this camera is slow motion. Now you're gonna be able to get HD all the way up to 480 frames per second. Not quite 960, but that should definitely do if you're looking for some really slow shots. Now I know all you spec heads out there are wondering, what kind of specs does this thing even have? Well, it's rocking the Snapdragon 845 processor, which is the latest one, so you're gonna get the fastest speeds that you can get, and you're also gonna be getting 6 to 8 gigs of RAM depending on your location, as well as 128 gigabytes of storage. Now unfortunately, we're not seeing any expandable storage here, but there is some slight water resistance. This reviewer guide actually says it's supposed to be able to handle rain and accidental drops in a puddle. There's no actual rating here, so if you're worried about accidents, this will have you covered, but you're not gonna jump in the pool with this guy. And sadly, even though we've got a glass back, don't expect any wireless charging, but thankfully you do have that dash charging, which I think makes up for it. Now there are a lot of cool features here that we're gonna have to focus on in a future video, like the gaming mode, which allows you to focus completely on your game by allowing the phone's resources to focus on your game, so background tasks won't interfere with your gameplay and you won't get notifications. There's also that face unlock, which we saw in the OnePlus 5T, which is stupid fast, so I'm expecting that to be the same here. And then there's gonna be quite a few new gestures added here, so navigating the OnePlus 6 is gonna be a bit different than older models. So if you wanna get rid of the navigation bar, you can actually use gestures to navigate through the phone. So right now you see no navigation bar on my screen, and if I wanna go home, all you gotta do is swipe up from the bottom, and if you wanna see your most recent apps, you go ahead and you swipe up and hold it, and boom, you have your window of apps. And if you wanna go back, all you have to do is swipe up through the left or right side, boom, just like that. So if you really want to take advantage of all of the screen real estate that you get with the OnePlus 6, you'll be able to do that even more without the navigation bar. Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys, seeing the notch here doesn't bother me as much, so I guess maybe I'm getting kind of used to it. Like I said, I hate the idea of it, but it's not killing me right now. But we'll see how that all pans out in the full review during the real day in the life. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick look at the OnePlus 6. Like I said, this phone seems like it has a ton of potential, so I can't wait to go ahead and put it through its paces. Now, if you plan on getting the OnePlus 6, let me know with a comment down below. If not, let me know your reasons why. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace. And hit that like button, man. Just do it.